One thing I hate when I come out to my garage to work on a project is not having a workbench to work from. I've actually built a number of workbenches throughout the years, and they're placed in different locations in my garage, but inevitably they turn out to be more storage areas than they are actual workbenches. And part of the problem from that is they're not on casters or wheels, they just kind of on their 2x4 legs, and they just kind of sit there. And once you've got a bunch of stuff on them, it gets more difficult to take that stuff off and to drag the workbench to wherever you want to put it inside my garage. So what I'm going to do today is take my 4-foot by 2-foot workbench and put on some casters so it becomes much more portable to move around my garage. And hopefully in the process, or once I get those casters on, I'll be hopefully less likely to turn my workbench and get it back into a storage bench, but now into a living workbench that I can use to work on various projects throughout the year in my garage. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to put on these casters. It's going to take a little bit of extra effort than what I originally planned, but we're going to do it, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. So my dilemma has been that these are 2x4 legs, which is about 1.5 inches actually thick across the surface of this. And these casters that I bought, the screw spacing is 1 inch from center to center, these holes. So if you look here, they barely make it in to get the screws in without probably splitting the 2x4 leg. So what I've done is I've made these add-ons, if you will, just 2x4s where I kind of tapered the edge just for more of aesthetic purposes. And I'm going to sister this piece to these legs here on all 4 corners so that I have a lot more surface area now to mount the caster. So now what we're going to do is, now I've already cut these, I'm just going to screw these in, these blocks into the existing legs. So to prevent the risk of any splitting on this block, because it is only about 4 inches, 3.5 to 4 inches of surface here, I'm going to line it up with the leg. I'm just going to drill some pilot holes, 4 pilot holes, for where I'm going to put the screws in to hold this block to the existing leg. So now I'm using some 2.5 inch screws to secure this block to the leg. I'm going to do that for all 4 legs. All right, so now I've got a much bigger surface area to mount the caster, and I'm going to put it this way. So I've got approximately about 1/2 inch of spacing between the center of the screw and the edge of each section of 2x4 here. I'm going to kind of center it. I'm not going to worry about drilling pilot holes in this, and using 1 5/8 inch screws here. We're just going to keep working our way around. Okay, the 4 casters are on. I'm going to turn it upright. Oh yeah, moving nicely. And a nice feature with these casters is they have a locking or braking mechanism. You just kind of push down on the on, and kind of pull up on the off, and you put the brake on the caster so that it won't roll. I'm going to do it for all 4 of the casters. And so when the brakes are all on the casters, you can see it's not moving around, can't slide it one way or the other way. It's locked in nicely. So if you have a similar workbench issue like I've had, where it's basically just a fixture in the side of your garage or in your basement, on a back wall or something like that, consider putting the casters on like I just did. It makes it much more portable, and hopefully, in my case and your case, it'll become truly what it is, a workbench that can support whatever you're working on versus just a storage shelf or storage area for collecting stuff that probably never gets used. Anyways, hope you liked this video. If you did, consider hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I come out with a new video. Before you go, If you have any interest in aviation or backcountry flying, make sure to check out my YouTube channel called Falcon Imagery. I'll put a link to it right up there. It's got some great content on it. I've been putting video of flights that I take in the Northeast, particularly New Hampshire area, Maine and Massachusetts and Vermont, flying my Piper Super Cub. And a lot of great content there. I also film sometimes up in Alaska and do some other adventure and scenic type videos that I put on that channel. So check it out. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button for that channel as well.